my people, a lot is really happening in the political zone. Another video is finally here again. Another video of what is happening in the political zone is finally here. The Consul of Peter Obi and Tinubu battles on live television publicly today. Peter Obi and Tinubu Consul battle in live television based on the arrest of Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman. You know, a lot of you did not know the reason why INEC chairman have not been arrested, even when Bawa of FCC and even Emefiele of CBN have been arrested. But Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, have not been arrested. Come and see the battle between the Consul of Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Over there, like guys, to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it, let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. Hope they stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
And boy, if you believe you find for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across the channel for the very first time, do wait to click the subscription button appearing on your video screen and click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time regarding what is happening in the political zone, YouTube will easily notify you. The update I have for you today is still regarding what is happening in the political zone. Kasala boss today, in the early hour of today, a video was released. I'm going to show you the video, and this very video made Bola Ahmed Tinubu to go moody because this video is not supposed to be released. And the second video I'm going to show you in this very video is the video of where the Consul of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi was battling live on live television publicly regarding the arrest of INEC chairman. You know, a lot of you have been wondering the reason why Mahmoud Yakubu, INEC chairman, have not been arrested even after everything that was done in course of the election. A lot of people were expecting that INEC chairman should be arrested since they have arrested the Bawa of EFCC, the EFCC chairman, and they've arrested the governor of Central Bank, the person of Emefiele. A lot of people are looking out to when they're going to arrest Mahmoud Yakubu, INEC chairman, even with everything he did in course of the election. But this video will open your eyes to the reason why Mahmoud Yakubu have not been arrested. Come and see what is going on. Peter Obi Consul got angry in course of this whole issue when he was battling live with the Consul of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on a live television. You know, it's no more news that there are voters intimidation in course of the election. There were voters bullying. There were voter suppression. Talks comes out in different polling units try to silence the voice of the people with their vote. Talks dictating to people in different polling units who to vote for. If you're not voting for APC, go back to your house. All those videos circulated online, but yet before 4 p.m. INEC announced Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president-elect. We don't have issue with Tinubu ruling Nigeria, but what the people are asking for is the process that brought Tinubu in. They said the legitimacy of the process is not pure. So with that, Obi has been to court, he has been to tribunal. It's not only Obi, a lot of parties went to court to file petition against INEC. It is not only Obi that filed petition against INEC, because a lot of people are missing the whole thing up. They said it is only Obi, Labour Party, that filed petition against INEC, that are seeking for the dismissal of INEC chairman and the prosecution of Mahmoud Yakubu. But APC in this very whole thing did not want the arrest of Mahmoud Yakubu. Even they attested to the fact that the petition that was filed against Mahmoud Yakubu in court, it was APC that were even defending the petition against INEC. They said INEC have no issues. They don't have any issue with INEC. And remember in 2011 when APC lost the election, they said they wanted to organize a parallel government. They said INEC wasn't transparent. They went against INEC, but now APC is now supporting INEC because of the fact that result that Mahmoud Yakubu brought out favors them. So these questions became rampant on media, and the media will never be biased as far as the whole thing is concerned. Even the European Union Observer Mission, they fight INEC. They said INEC did what is very, very wrong in course of the election. So it is unfortunate that this is the first time that we are seeing in Nigeria election, in Nigeria government, where they elect a president and the president is not seated with two buttocks. The president is only seated with half of his buttocks on the presidential seat, because anything can still happen. This is the first time that the Nigerians did not accept the president that was brought in 100%. So this thing happened just because of the shenanigans of the 2023 election. So be that I'm showing you 2 videos in this very video, but I would like you guys to share this video. If you can share it, share it to different social media platforms, and if you can't share it, just like it so that YouTube will recommend it for us. I'm showing you 2 videos in this video. The video that bust Tinubu down today, in the early hour of today. What was said that messed Tinubu together, and the battle of words that happened between Labour Party and APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi in the early hour of today. In live television publicly, stay connected as you watch. I'm coming back again.
We resemble a democracy. Do we work like a democracy? Do we talk like a democracy? Because the very fact that up till now, months after our elections and after swearing in a president, we still don't know who is going to be the president of Nigeria until the Supreme Court is over. Very much akin to the introduction of the video assistant referee in football, in which case we are like a man who has scored a goal, but we have to wait for the referee to go to VAR and confirm whether it was a goal or not a goal. It's not it is a symptom of how modest our claim should be, because we very often confuse the very fact that we're in a civilian administration with the notions of being in a democracy. That if we cannot fix our electoral process, which is the defining law for how to choose leaders in a democracy, then we must be modest in our saying that we're in a democracy. We have seen the worst face of corruption in Nigeria. Femi Falana, my friend here, will speak about that because he's published a series of articles talking about what happened under the Buhari administration. They were not the ones who caused corruption, but I think in the last administration we saw the ugliest face of corruption in many, whether in moral terms, financial terms, or other terms. And I'll mention that before I close. We have a country that we are now sharing with bandits. Our very sovereignty, which is guaranteed in the Constitution, is under assault because we have non-state actors, whether you call them bandits or Boko Haram. It is that the entire territorial integrity of the nation is at stake. Because nobody is excited now about being a Nigerian. Whether you are president, whether you are senator, no matter who you are, everybody is working with his, bated breath, because we don't know. We are literally now being held hostages, by people that are a threat to the very existence of our democracy and our country. Our judiciary is in a crisis of perception, but also based on the experiences that Nigerians have had. It will not be surprising if ordinary Nigerians think that the only thing the Supreme Court does is to look at election petitions.
Investigation. I'm surprised that you believe that this INEC needs to be investigated all over again to establish its culpability. That's what all the reports said. All the opinions, all of them, only the one they consider sympathetic. That is the ECOWAS report. If INEC, and especially the chairman, is guilty of all those things, you go over them all over again. What more investigation do you want? INEC itself will give evidence against itself. They raise our hopes to high levels and arome. The first thing though that will happen on election day is for INEC to report that there was a glitch. What did I spend billions of naira and then donations from outside? I've always asked the question that was, assuming what they are saying is correct, was it not anticipated that there would be a glitch or a technical fault, in which case you then have a fallback option? You didn't hear of anything like that. Months to the election, 2 weeks, it was common sense to really see the INEC chairman and the Public Affairs Commissioner pontificating on how they are going to give us the best election because of the usage of beavers and arome. What happened? I don't know if it's possible. What I believe is that it was a deliberate sabotage. If anything like that happened, the person that was hosting them didn't report any glitch. February 25th. And we didn't even establish that fact that there was no breach. So you are telling me that what more investigation do we need to come to the conclusion that INEC needs to be sanctioned with the performance of its function? Right. This is what I've been saying at the court, supported by the other respondents, saying essentially, look, take your eyes away from this. Don't put emphasis on viewers. This can happen. In any case, the electoral law did not limit them, did not constrain them to the use of electronic devices alone. Billions down the drain from Nigeria's money. Millions of dollars from the international community. This is what you get. Right. So I don't know if when we want to talk about investing, I don't see any, they themselves in the feet of escapism. They're making a scapegoat of their resident electoral commissioner in Adamawa State. What has he done that they have not done twice? Almost all the observers to the T, including media, including the general situation observer of Nigeria, came to the same how more or less INEC sabotaged the of the elections. I'm sure you would have. When they come, they tell you there was the main witness at the tribunal, the IT director, on Dr. Barnett. First, here is a pastor as well, a living pastor. He refused to swear on the Bible. He said he doesn't want to swear on the Bible. Secondly, he doesn't want to be referred to as pastor. Right. So you see, the thing that what INEC represents, unfortunately, is typical. What has become the systemic crisis of Nigeria. See, it seems as if we have work agencies. Nigeria is encircled. Where do you break this vicious cycle? What do you make of this?
Thank you, Chamberlain. You see, when certain things happen, people go around them. The election was conducted across 170-something polling units, 1,000 polling units. Now, the EU report, the coverage of that report percentage is insignificant. So coming up with that kind of reports concerning the general elections. Now, I understand the point of Labour Party. I understand the point. But the issue is very simple. This same INEC conducted elections where they got over 6 million votes. This same INEC conducted the elections where they swept the entire Southeast and some places in this country. Now, take a look at it. If it has gone the other way, that at the end of the exercise, Labour Party won the election, INEC could have been the best institution Nigerians have ever had. It's a fact that it is only when the opposition win election that it is free and fair. But when they don't win, there's rigging. The areas where you won elections, there was no rigging there. The area where other people won election, there was rigging there. It doesn't make sense. Politics is science. It's numbers. You win some, other people will also win. When you celebrate your win, other people will also celebrate their win. So you cannot say the entire country voted for one particular party. No.
When I come now, I say, you are completely wrong. It was not the Labour Party who said that the election was fraudulent. All the observer mission reports say so in different degrees. So please take that into consideration when you are making your allegation.
Yes.
Secondly, please, your party did worse in 2011. Threatening to go and form parallel government on the basis of rejecting the election. So please, try and be more accurate when you make your positions known. It is not the Labour Party alone. It's up to you. If you believe that the areas where Labour won is fraudulent, it's up to you to go and establish the fact. We have not asked you not to do so. You cannot tell us what we need to do when we believe this is so manifestly. This is what occurred. And as I said, you can even go back to the media, the Nigerian media and international media, when they were reporting those elections. So please know who you are addressing. It is not the Labour Party. You are addressing the international communities who sent the observers and they came down with that report.
It also depends on the coverage of the report. Because if you are giving an evidence, you should be able to say, this is what I observe here, this is what I observe here. How many observers?
Have you read the report?
Yes, I have. How many observers did they deploy?
You are not speaking as if you read the report.
I read the report.
The international community reporters, observers saturated the country. Not just one, several. So I don't know what, there is a Nigerian civil society organizations. They have a group called Nigerian Situation Group comprising all, they came to the same report. So I don't know whether we are talking about the same election.
Yes, we are talking about the same elections. These matters are in court. It is left. I think we should be patient. We should be patient to see the outcome of the court. It's a place for everyone. Every party that is part of this tribunal, they have made their point and they are still making their point. So let's wait for the outcome of the proceedings at the tribunal before you hang. Because as it is, it's like a child who failed exams, blaming the invigilator. It doesn't make sense. If you prepare for an exam, you should be able to know the outcome of the exam. APC were prepared for election and we went into elections and we won the election.
So even if the invigilator is in fraud, even if he gave result of whatever the answers to some students who are doing the exam,
it is left for you
and then we are
it's very simple.
Excuse me, please, we are in court, and that is what we are proving.
Exactly. Let's leave it and wait for the outcome of the court. It's very simple.
Listen. Channels decide you are not going to teach them how they do their job. They ask us to come and speak. They didn't wait till after the court proceedings. EU did not wait for the outcome before he released his report. So as I said again, when you are making your point, always make sure that you have your facts, your logic right.
And so just to clarify, I mean, we are not we're discussing the EU report. then the call made by the Labour Party and what some parties have also alluded to about aspects of the election were not discussing the priors before the tribunal and the courts, as it were. So that is aside. But what do you, Dr. Bay, what do you make of the call for accountability in terms of funds accrued to INEC, give an account of how all of those are spent? Is that the right call, or is it out of place?
Yes, it's the right call. It's the right call. You see, every institution of government should be able to account for their actions. Funds were made available for the elections. And after the elections, if people are demanding for accountability, it's the right thing to do.
So if the INEC chairman is found, or the commission is found wanting in terms of how they probably utilize the funds, what would you recommend?
There are also institutions that handle such things. It matters when those are established, you also bring them into such institutions to handle them. So I will not be the one to sit down. I have not indicted the INEC chairman. I have not seen what he has done wrongly. But if you see what he has done wrongly, or you feel or believe that something happened after accountability and is indicted, yes, the law should take its course. It's that simple as that.
So what I want to know, Dr. Bere, is you say you've not seen anything that the INEC chairman has done wrongly. But do you agree that INEC did not live up to the promises which it made prior to the elections?
Yes, the INEC makes some promises, right? And they also have reasons for why some of the promises did not fly. They are there.
Are you content with those reasons because your candidate won and that's fine by you?
That is not it. That is not it. It's not because my candidate won. We won because we were prepared to win election. We all went out. I won my word for my president. Every other person do the same thing. It's a very simple thing. But what we are saying here, there are situations that warrant INEC not able to meet up with some of their promises, and they've put them out there.
So it's okay for you, the excuses that they've given?
Well, so I think they have their reasons, and the reasons they have given, if it is what made them to not to be able to meet those promises, then so be it.
So be it, as long as your candidate has won.
It's not as long as my candidate won. See, my candidate didn't win everywhere, for God's sake. He didn't win everywhere.
So that's the thing. So some people will say that at the minimum, there needs to be a minimum that all parties agree to in terms of conduct of elections. And it doesn't seem that we've been able to reach that compromise on what the minimum deliverables are for the umpire who conducts our elections. INEC made promises prior to these elections, gave assurances severally in many different places in Nigeria, outside of the country, and ensuring that citizens come out to vote, putting all of their trust in it. It comes out and it's with mixed results in terms of how it is that the election, not even the results now, but how the elections were conducted. Don't you think that it behoves on all parties concerned to say, INEC, but this is what you said. How come you have fallen short in this regard? And to see how it is that INEC can actually be held accountable at the minimum.
I agree with you, but these things are in progression. The INEC of 10 years ago is not the INEC of today. There have been some progress in everything as regard to conducting elections. It's just like, let me liken it to you having an MTN line and you promise to call me at 7 a.m. And as at 7 a.m., your phone The network vanished. You couldn't call me. Oh, but you promised to call me. So what happened? So sorry, I didn't have network on my phone.
But I should leave you. We should leave those telcos out because there's more technical scenario.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. First of all, you can hear what the first video that I played to you, what that man was saying. That was Bishop Kuka, a friend to Falana, Barrister Falana, Sam Falana, and that's past father. So that was what that man was saying in that very video. He said this is the first time in Nigerian democracy where they elect a president and 100% of the people of the federation did not accept the president. Just like the president is seated with one buttock on the presidential seat, anything can still happen because the case in the tribunal is a very serious case. We've never seen a serious case like this as far as Nigerian presidential election is concerned. A case like this have never come to light before. So this thing is a very crazy case as far as Nigeria democracy is concerned. You know, Peter Obi is out there trying to reclaim his mandate, and this thing Peter Obi contest in the course of the election as announced by INEC, and likewise Atiku Abubakar is not agreeing to the motion that brought Tinubu in as the president of Nigeria. So these two giants are trying to fight off the thing just to ensure that they enthrone Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So a lot of things can happen as far as Nigerian politics is concerned. You can hear the second video that I played to you, that interview that was granted to the Consul of Peter Obi, the palliative of Peter Obi, and that of Tinubu. You know, it was an argumentative interview. You know, Ake Oshutokun, the representative of Peter Obi, said a lot of things that brought sense in course of that video. APC are okay with Mama Yakubu because the result that Mama Yakubu brought out favors APC. You know, their candidate comes in. Nobody have issue with APC winning the election. A lot of people love APC, but the process that brought the APC candidate in, that is what a lot of people are confused about. INEC, nobody have a personal vendetta for INEC, but the issue that we have with INEC as far as Nigeria is concerned now is the fact that what INEC promised, they promised a transparent election. That is what makes a lot of voters to go out there to vote and cast their vote for their different candidates. The INEC promised transparency and they collected 200 billion naira plus from Nigeria, and even international observers, international bodies, they gave INEC millions of dollars. They contributed to INEC just to ensure that INEC brings out the mind of the people, the transparency and the credibility of the election. But with everything, INEC fumbled with the fact that they have glitch, and nobody is agreeing to the fact that there was a kind of glitch that existed in course of the transmission of the presidential election result into their air portal. Nobody agreed to the motion. Even the European Union observer mission did not even agree to the fact. They said INEC have issues. INEC is not be transparent. Now APC are even the ones supporting INEC in court. They were the ones that were even fighting against the petition that Obi and others filed against INEC chairman. You know, they want the prosecution and the arrest of INEC chairman as they arrested Bawa of EFCC and as they arrest Godwin Emefiele of the Central Bank. You know, they want the prosecution of INEC chairman too. That case too is in the tribunal, but APC lawyers and APC generally, they don't want the prosecution of INEC chairman, so they don't want to arrest INEC chairman. Why? Because what he did in course of the election favors them. And mind you, it was this same APC that fight against INEC in 2011 when they lost the election because they believed that the election wasn't credible in 2011 and it wasn't transparent. So APC lost, but it was that same APC that was fighting against INEC, and they were trying to raise a parallel government in that same 2011. So the question comes to APC now: are they mean that they lost this election? Are they mean that INEC did not work in their own favor? Are they not going to form parallel government? Is that not going to be their plan? The question comes to APC, but APC couldn't answer the question. They were saying it was because Peter Obi lost the election. That was why he was ranting just to ensure that he prosecute INEC chairman. I did be that INEC chairman favors him. Stuff like that will not occur. The INEC chairman will be the best for Peter Obi and other obedient followers because INEC favors them. But Ake Oshutokun clears the air. He said INEC will never be their favorite, even with the fact that INEC rig election for them. He said, though INEC did not rig election for them, but what they are concerned is the process that brought President-elect and the later President of Nigeria in. That was what they're challenging. They don't have a personal vendetta with anyone. So what do you guys think? I would like you guys to drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. What do you think regarding this whole issue? Do you really think Mamman Yakubu can be prosecuted? Do you really think Mamman Yakubu can be arrested under the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you really think they're going to arrest Mamman Yakubu as the arrested power, the EFCC chairman, and as the arrested Godwin Emefiele, the governor of Central Bank? Do you really think they can arrest INEC chairman and prosecute him? Because a lot of people said that Tinubu can arrest INEC chairman and they are going to clap for him. They are going to clap for him if you can arrest INEC chairman. So drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. So I'm going on there to get another for you. And sure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and at LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, the pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Why you waiting for church?